Hi, everyone. This is Mitch from PickDogs.com here with your live show. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 10 a.m. on the weekdays, 11 a.m. on the weekend. So tomorrow, going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time would be our first Saturday show. Well, we always were at 11 before. So I guess our Saturday shows are always at 11 or our Sunday shows are at 11. I'm the one whose time didn't change it, so it's a different time for me. But yeah, sorry I'm a couple minutes late today. Honestly, I'm working with an email expert to tighten up what we do with our email list and how we communicate with you guys through it. Because what I want to do is I want to send you guys a list of all the articles of the sports you care about, saying these are the picks that we have for free on the site. And then this way you can just go to the article that you want. Say you're on the fly or whatever, you're busy, you don't have time to read all our free picks or whatever, but you want the pick on a specific game, you can just click on your email on that specific game and get that pick instead of having to go to the site and dig through and do all those different things. So it's just something I've wanted to do for a long time. People promised me they could do it and they never did it. But I don't watch NHL, so no idea. But I know the Puck Dogs were out in force yesterday. I know there's a lot of overtime games when we came on at halftime of that Raiders game. Morning. Cool. Morning to everyone. Yeah, we're going to have gear available soon. It's kind of on the list, but not high on the list. Of course, we got tons of games on the schedule today. Morning. It's morning here too. Morning to everyone joining us. We got a lot of games. But anyways, got one pick someone wants to see. Jeff. Oregon State versus Vandy. Oregon State versus Washington, over under 65. I kind of like the under in this one. I'm going back and forth on this. Let's take a quick look at the game. 65 is just such a big number. Pac-12 games, it was, for a while it seemed that every game was over. When we look at last year's game, 42-23, so right on that 65. Washington's last game, 28, 33, 35, 21, 51, 27, 23-13 against Stanford. Meanwhile, Oregon State put up 56 last week at Arizona, 21 against a good Cal defense. They lost to Utah also. They put up 48 on UCLA, 28 against Stanford, 45. You know what? Let's go over. Over 65. That is a ton of points. I did not like that game, to be honest with you. Good morning to everyone that's joining us. Yep, there's a stacked card today. And tomorrow, all weekend. I didn't see this. I would love to hear the details, but I'll have to look at it on... like I said, I've been talking to our email guys this morning. Against Maryland, he's not going to play. Potential NCAA rules violation. Usually, I have to say with these potential rules violations, we don't know. We're not going to rush to judgment, just like we didn't rush to judgment in the, in a lot of other things, even though we kind of knew, there was stuff up. But I'll just say 99.9% of the time where there's smoke, there's fire. This game is in the premium area, and that's not the spread. I did a video on this one. I took Davidson, but you can check it out on our YouTube channel. I have a video. It's called Auburn versus Davidson. I took Davidson, but I was 3.5 at the time I did the video. I like Philly in this one, plus the points. It's a lot of points for the Sixers. I think the Nuggets are a good team, and I kind of like them a lot in the West. I think they can make some noise in the West, but I don't know if they beat the Sixers by 6 points. That's a lot. Yeah, you have to tell me what the point spread is. Same thing. Over under what? This game is in the premium area. This game's premium. Auburn Davidson over under 145. I like over 145 in Auburn Davidson. It is a lot of points though. You got to remember, college basketball is a shorter game than NBA. Aloha. I don't know what that means. Oh, he made Chase Young. Yeah. Well, believe me, if it's an NCAA violation, like what they're talking about, they might have to forfeit wins. I mean, they could knock them out of the playoff if he's played in games as an ineligible player. We've seen it before. I like the Hawks in this one, +2 against the Kings. Memphis has a really, really, really good team this year, and I know that University of Illinois Chicago, they play in a lot of these Friday night games, right? You know, as we get on later in the season and the schedule normalizes, UIC plays in the Horizon. The Horizon always plays on Friday nights, but Memphis has a special team this year. This is the one, could be one of the best Memphis teams they've had. This Memphis team is loaded. They expect to run the table this year, so they're thinking Final Four. I'm gonna take Memphis. I'm gonna lay the points. I think they just make a statement. I think UIC is good, but I think Memphis is. This is, you know, we're gonna have to really keep an eye on Memphis. I like the Heat +8.5 on the back-to-back. There's just too many points. You know, I think there's always going to be you know, with the popular teams, with the good teams, there's always going to be more public pressure on them, and I think that's what we see here with the Lakers. I mean, I took the Suns all of a sudden became popular over the last week. I took the Heat in, you know, my Dog of the Day video, and I mean, I got crucified in the comments before the game started. It's like, you lost this one. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, the odds makers obviously didn't know that. You know, I don't know. I never really understand these comments. It's like, yeah, nobody knows that. It's like, you know, when they make the point spread, it's like they make the point spread like he's playing. It's like, obviously not. Oh, man. Yeah, plenty of money to be made. It's not doing that one. I like the under in this one. That's just 161.5 is just a ton in college basketball. It's just a ton. UNC Wilmington under. Nice. It's like pitch black here, 5 o'clock in the morning. Hello. I don't know what that means. I really want to put futures on Memphis. Yeah. I think money line is worth a play. Why not? Yep. I expect, like we saw Anthony totally deliver for North Carolina in his debut. I expect this to be the same, but this guy's the best, right? This guy's the guy. You know, it's like there's always like a bunch of guys and then the guy, right? In college basketball. You know, sometimes you have more than one guy or whatever, but once in a while we get the guy, you know, and this is the guy, right? Pelicans, Toronto, 233. I like the under. It's just 233 is a ton. Under. I got a video on this pick too. So on all the NBA, there's videos of individual ones if you guys want to check them out over on YouTube. No idea what that means. No idea what that means. You got to put the point spread. It's 1 per customer. I like the. I think I like UNC in this one. I don't love it. I didn't do a video on this one. I was going to, and I just didn't do it. I like the Timberwolves in this one. I think they're a really good team. And coming off of last game where they played so badly, I think they take it out on the Warriors here. Tough one. LSU is one of those teams that just underperforms year after year after year. But I'll tell you, the SEC teams did not do a good job covering earlier. I'm going to take Bowling Green. It's a lean. I don't like the way SEC teams have really looked, except for Kentucky. I'll take the Blazers -3. In this one, Nets are terrible. I did a video on this, so any of these NBA ones, I did a video. This is the same question that this was asked. Who are the line makers? Who are the line makers? Well, Kenny White was the line maker. I don't know if he still is, but he is the guy that makes the lines. So Don Best, for a lot of the major books out there, I know South Point Casino uses Don Best, and a lot of other casinos in Vegas, they use Don Best. Kenny White, I believe, makes the lines with Don Best. I'm not 100% sure he does anymore. I know Benji Cherniak runs Don Best. He's a friend of mine. It's sold for $100 million. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. One of the really class act good guys out there. So IGT, I think, is the one that bought that from Benji. I don't know what his relationship is now with them. And I don't know how it's run anymore. I haven't talked to him in a while. I like Dallas -11. The Knicks stink. I'm going to guess anyone can bet. It's 1 question per person. Aloha. This is how you get banned from my program. They give a pick. Are you sure that's what you want? It's like, if I really liked it, it would be a premium pick. But it's like, I don't understand the question. It's like, you gave the pick. Is that your pick? It's like, I don't understand it. What kind of question is this? It's like, it's your money, bet what you want. It's like, I gave you my pick. This game's in the premium. That's a lot of information. You don't give what the over-under is here, so I wouldn't know. I would take North Texas plus the 17. The closer you get to the weekend, the dogs usually come in. And in college basketball, the dogs hit really hard, right? I mean, that weekend where college football stops and college basketball takes over, take this one. Under 216. I mean, like I said, there are videos on all of these, and you've already asked a question anyway. DePaul -13.5 versus Fairleigh Dickinson. DePaul we saw have some nice movement last year. Definitely a program on the way up. Fairleigh Dickinson not horrible though, that's for sure. I'll take FDU plus the points. I think DePaul wins. That's nice. Take Dartmouth plus the 12.5. I don't love any of these, that's for sure. It's a guess. Yeah, the one that I put in the premium area. A few big wins, suddenly 5-star recruits are okay with snow. We did this game, and you already asked the question. It's one per person. Okay, this is how you get thrown off my site. Right here. I'm giving out our picks on the show. I don't understand a lot of this stuff. Like, I love you guys. It's like I love doing the show every day, but I don't understand the people that show up to kind of like tell everybody our picks that we gave out on the site. I mean, this is what we do for a business. North Texas VCU over under 134.5. Under. You got to remember that Buzz Williams has left VCU. He's now at Texas A&M. There you go. Of course, I'll be halftime of LSU Alabama tomorrow. Of course. If you want to get Saturday's premium, I would sign up. If you sign up either tonight or like anytime this afternoon. If you want Friday, Saturday, sign up this afternoon. If you want Saturday, Sunday, sign up early tomorrow morning, and you'll get Saturdays and Sundays if you're buying a daily. Yeah, if it keeps moving, I would get away. We're not having the hockey guys. There's hardly any hockey games today. We're thinking about doing a daily show with Puck Dogs. Over under 228.5. Normally in this game I would take under, but I like over. T-Wolves Warriors. Take the over in that one. Of course, I'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern time today for our football free for all this. You can ask that question then. Bucks versus Jazz +3. I love the Bucks. I think the Bucks are just. This is a team on a mission, and the Freak looks better than ever. West Virginia versus Akron. I have no idea on that one. Let's see. Akron's one of those teams that, every few years, they had a nice run where they were really, really good. Bob Huggins' West Virginia teams, it's always as far as his guards will take them. We know that. And usually they take them pretty far. Let's see. I'm going to take Akron plus the 11. It's a tough one. So take the points. No problem. For what reason should we trust you? What reason? That's in the premium area. How do I sign up for what? I don't understand the question. We did this one. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna roll with Vermont, and we're gonna ride that horse till it kicks us off. I don't know what that means. Just don't. I don't know what that stuff means, but anyways. Washington, Oregon State is still in This game is still in the premium area, so you can get it there. Pick Dogs Premium. Thanks everyone for joining. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and to subscribe to our channel. We took over 65 in the Oregon State-Washington game. We took Davidson plus 2.5. The 76ers minus 5.5. Over 145 in the Auburn-Davidson game. Hawks plus 2. Memphis College minus 19.5. Heat plus 8.5. UNC Wilmington under in the Raptors Pelicans game. North Carolina minus 22.5. Timberwolves minus 11. Bowling Green plus 13. Blazers minus 3. Mavs minus 11. North Texas plus 17. Fairleigh Dickinson plus 13.5. Dartmouth plus 12.5. Under in VCU North Texas. Over in Timberwolves Warriors. Bucks minus 3 and Akron plus 11. Thanks everyone for joining me. We'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern time with our football free-for-all. Yeah, on our site, if you go to pickdogs.com, we have a tennis section. So you can check it out. We cover tennis at pickdogs.com. It's under the other sports section. So this just means you haven't checked out the site before you ask the question. But to each their own, man. Go check it out. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Of course, I'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern time with Steve Monahan for our football free-for-all. I'm going to talk to the Puck Dogs about doing a daily show. We're trying to just figure out what time to do it. I mean, that's really the issue. It's tough to tie it into this live show because I want it to be its own hockey show. I want it to be called Puck Dogs. I want to get a logo with those two guys on it, with the dog with a puck in his mouth and the hockey stick in his hand instead of cash. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you guys later. See you at 4. Have a great day.